Hello, hello. Join me on a run as I tell you this week's story.
Good morning, Livewires and Little Sparks. Over the last couple of weeks, we've been hearing about stories of Easter, when Jesus died and he rose again. Recently, we've heard of a couple of stories of when Jesus appeared to the disciples after he died, after he rose. We heard about the road to Emmaus as well. I'm going to tell you of a time when Jesus was with his friends, his disciples, on the mountain, and the disciples were asking him some interesting questions about things that the disciples thought were important, but that Jesus knew in reality they weren't that important. I think in a reassuring way, Jesus kind of said to them, when the time is right, you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes to you. And when that time comes, you will share the good news in Jerusalem, in Judea, Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. And the disciples are kind of like, okay, I don't really understand, but they had to trust him that when the time was right, they would understand and they would know what he meant. Just like before Jesus died, he told them in certain ways that he was going to die and rise again, but they didn't understand until afterwards. And then after Jesus had explained these things to the disciples, he was shrouded in a cloud of mist and taken up to heaven. He ascended, and they didn't really understand what was going on again. But two angels came down from heaven to reassure them and explain what was going on. Now, you may remember earlier I mentioned Jesus said he would send his Holy Spirit to the earth after he'd gone. It's for you and for me. It's the way that Jesus is still with us on earth now. And because when Jesus was on earth as a human, he only appeared to a small number of people, the disciples, one at once, or a couple of people, but the Spirit is everywhere at all times. It doesn't matter what else is going on in the world, however many other people that kind of want to have a chat with God, he's always there for you and for me. He's omnipresent. And to explain more about that, I think I'm going to just go somewhere warmer, because this is freezing.
So the Holy Spirit is our helper. It's God with us on earth, and the Spirit helps us to be more like Jesus every day, and it gives us characteristics such as
Patience, gentleness, love, kindness, and self-control. So, that's a very quick look at the Holy Spirit. The Spirit is with us everywhere we go, all of the time. There is nothing that can separate us from the love of God. In the same way, there is nothing that can separate us from His Spirit. It helps us in our daily lives to be more like Jesus, to be loving, to be patient, to be kind, to be joyful, and many other things as well. That's it for this week, Little Sparks, and Livewires as well. So, I'll see you another time. Bye-bye.